Okay, we have a MacBook Air. It's an A1932. It says no power. Okay, so it's a MacBook Air 13 inches. This is the 2018 designs. Generally, when I have a device that's a no power, because of a possible short on the board, before I can confirm what state the device is in, I tend not to connect a charger to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is take out the back cover, make a couple of measurements, and then I can connect my charger to it, just to be sure we don't have a case of liquid damage or a case of having a short. So I do not want to aggravate the state of the board by connecting power to it. Okay, it doesn't seem like we have a liquid damage device. It doesn't seem like a liquid damage device. So let us open up the board view. The first thing we want to do is we want to see if we have the standby light. So this is the standby light. Let's open up the board view. Give you guys. Okay, so it's 820-01521. The standby light. It's going to be here. This one here. Says detect underscore LED. So which is this guy here. We don't have any standby light. The first thing we want to do is we want to disconnect the battery and then see if we have a short on our PPBUS line. That we can confirm using these caps here. Because these caps are sitting on the PPBUS. Let's see if we have a short on our PPBUS line. Let's switch our multimeter to continuity mode, black probe to ground, and then red probe. Okay, we don't have a short on our PPBUS line. Okay, so at this now we can connect charger to the device. With the charger connected, we have a fan spin, uh, which is quite loud. But also sometimes with some of these devices, when the battery is not connected, you may have a loud, you may have the fan going crazy. So we can clearly see that. But that was instantaneous. I mean, it's almost like immediately we connected the charger, the fan went crazy. That's not normal. Uh, okay. Say, do we have activity? Uh, we don't have feedback on the trackpad. We, however, do have a fan spin. We don't have activity on the trackpad. Okay, let's see what we have on our PPBUS. We'll switch our multimeter back to voltage mode. Let's see what we have on our PPBUS. PPBUS is 2 volt. Is that correct? Let's check that again. 2 volt. That's a very weird number. PPBUS is 2 volt. Let's try that again. PPBUS is 2 volt. Okay. Let's take the board out and get an idea what's going on. We are expecting to have 12 point something on PPBUS, but we are getting 2 volt, and then we have a fan that immediately goes crazy with charger connected. So let's take the board out and get a better idea what is happening. To take the board out, I'm using a T5 and a T4. The back cover, I had to use a P5. So when I'm working on this particular model, I don't remove the DC jack because I need the DC jack for my troubleshooting. So what I rather do is I take out the screws that holds the DC jack into the chassis, not taking out the screws that hold the DC jack to the board. Okay, the board is out. We put the shell on the side. Let's give the board a bit of a dust, and then we want to uh, do a visual inspection, see if anything stands out. Okay, so we have a damaged CD3215. So if you guys can see that, if you guys can support that, that it's a CD3215 that is damaged. So what do we see here? It's the CD3215 seem to have been affected. Uh, yeah, so this definitely needs to go. So that may be the reason why we are getting the behavior that we are getting from the machine. So what we want to do is first to replace this one, and then so let's just make measurements and see what we have. Let's see if it's shorted also. Let's go back to the board view. So one of the CD3215, which is the USB-C port controller IC, this one seems to be burnt. So let's see if we have a short on any of the outputs here. Yeah, that's a short. Okay, yeah, we definitely have a short. And then let's check on the other side, the second one. Let's see if the second one has the same issue. No, okay. The second one doesn't have the same issue, and we also don't have bone to max on it. So let us replace that. Then another thing I want to also do is sometimes it is ideal to disconnect the DC jack when you are going to replace a CD3215, depending on the amount of heat temperature that you have. That may also melt. You may also melt this, and because of the pressure of this, even if it's not so much, and then it may cause the connector to fall off. So you remove that so there is no pressure pull from the other side. Even though I'll try not to use so much heat temperature. So let's quickly replace that and hope that that should solve our problem. Okay, chip is out. Let's get another one from Arduino board. So the CD3215 you can get from machines of 2018 and below. So 2018 and below, you will find CD3215. So I'm gonna see if I can find one from an A1707 board. This seems to have been used. Let's get something that's confirmed. Nothing here. Nothing here. Okay, we can use this one here. And while you are replacing the CD32, while you're replacing the chip, you have to be aware of the orientation. And usually you have the pin 1 being marked by a dot on top of the chip. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. You see that? You see it? See the dot? So usually that it's, can you see it? I'm talking about this, you see the dot here. So that usually that is a sign that points you to the pin 1 of the chip. So when you're aligning the chip, in case you don't have say like a board view in front of you, you can always use that as a form of alignment. Okay, that is out. So I'm just going to transfer that exactly the way it is without having to redo the pads on the board or the pads on the chip. Sometimes that works, and other times if it doesn't, you then have to remove it again and then redo the pads. So sometimes just work on direct transfer. Sometimes that works. What I mean by sometimes that works is sometimes the alignment becomes off, and then you get a the and then you get the solder underneath the chip crumble, which then causes a breach. And yeah, so when that happens, we obviously take it out and then just redo it again. Okay, let's see. So what we want to do now is we want to give it a bit of how to transfer the CD3215 without having to redo the pads on the board. No, say um, work on the chip itself. So we basically just transferred it exactly the way it is onto the board. So now we want to see if we have a short. We don't have a short there. We don't have a short there. We don't have a short. Okay, so we don't have a short. Now let's see if we have. Let's see if we have a working. And also we have some marks on the DC jack, which is somewhat suggestive of. Okay, let's just hope. Okay, let's hope that has nothing to. Okay, let's see if we have anything different now. Switch to voltage mode. See what we have. Expecting to have 3.3 volt. Yes, we do. And then on the other side, I'm sure if you guys see what I'm doing. So here we have 3.3 volt, and then the other one we also have 3 point. Yeah, that's fine. Then let's check on the other port. Let's see, do we have we still yet to see if we have 20 volt, but I'm gonna check that. I just want to be sure that at least 3.1 volt, that seems fine. 3.3 volt. Okay, now I want to see what I have on my PPBUS. Do we have any changes on my PPBUS? Okay, also there's something else. You guys also see that the standby light is on now, which is a good thing. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Can you see that? You can see the standby light. Okay, it's fine if you can see it, and don't worry. Let's see what we have on our PPBUS. PPBUS is 6.5. That's a very weird number. Uh, that's very weird. Okay, let's see if we have 20 volt on our PPDC in. We have 5 volt. Okay, let's check the other port. We have 20 volt or 5 volt. We have 5 volt. Hmm. We have 5 volt, and then the other one we have. Let's see, and then do we have 5 volt? Okay, I flip it. So sure. 5 volt. Okay, so first thing we want to do is we want to connect the battery. Sometimes I can have a difference. Let's connect the battery and see if we have any difference. See if we have any difference with the battery connected. Initially the fan would go crazy immediately the charger is connected, and the fan is not going crazy even though the fan is connected. Do we have haptic feedback on the trackpad? Now we don't have anything. Let's see what we get on the PPBUS. PPBUS is still no, that's not what we it's not what we're expecting to have. Let's just confirm that the device is not in any way stuck in recovery. Okay, it's getting the behavior we're getting. It's not what we're supposed to get. Alex, you can collect the board later. Okay, so I'm gonna go make salad now, and then when I come back, we continue. Let's go. Okay. So I have replaced the U3200, but what I'm getting on my PP bus is quite low. So PP bus is giving me about 6 volt. That's not what I should be expecting. I'm just going to check that again. So I can get my PP bus on this cap. I switch to the other side. We can measure for PP bus on C6482. Okay, now we have 12.36 and stable. Okay, that was not happening before. Let's check the other port. What do we have? Okay, so we're getting a reaction. So definitely that. So let's get another port. Let's check with a different port first. So it could be that the CD3215 that we installed was not properly installed, or it could be that it's the charging port, charging cable itself. So let's see that. So with another cable, what do we have? We should have the same thing. So definitely it's the case of the CD3215 that we installed. So if we check the other port, which was the one that we did not touch, so that one we are getting a stable. Oh, okay, what's happening now? Okay, just now okay, so let's just remove the CD3215. Let's remove it and then see if we have any changes. And also we'll also check if we have any type of collapsed balls underneath the chip that could cause it. Not so bad, but not so perfect as well. So let's see what we have. Let's see what we have on PPBUS now. The other port. Yeah, 12.37 and stable. Okay, so let us redo. Let's redo the pads and resolder the chip. See if we get any difference. Okay, let's try it again. Remember the orientation, pin 1. Okay, so we had to push down on the chip just a little bit. We're not sure if that collapsed the balls underneath the chip in any way. If that happens, then we have to just redo it again. See if we have any short on the line caused by the just replaced chip. We don't have a short there. I have a short there. Another short. That's ground. Okay. So let's see if we have any changes. So yeah, so this is the port that we just replaced the CD. That's the port that's corresponding to the CD3215 we just replaced now. Let's see if we have, see what we have now on our PPBUS. We're going to utilize the same cap, C6482. Now, if you have an issue with that port, let's check another port. Yeah, that's fine. But this one is still definitely. And then with this, we are getting, what are we getting? We are getting, okay, now we're getting, okay. Okay, so let's see, what do we have, 20 volt or 5 volt? Because we need 20 volt. Inside of the board. Uh, we have 20, we have 5 volt, and the other side, is the other side working? So one channel is working, the other is not working. That the CD needs to go off. So let's check underneath it, see if we can reuse it. Otherwise, we may just have to replace it. Yeah, I see the balls actually collapse underneath it, so that's why it was giving us. That's why we're getting what we're getting on it. Okay. Okay. Now let's try again. The balls are out. Let's now see what we get afterwards. I'll try to reduce this. Okay, that's in place. We're gonna try again now. See if we have before we plug a charger to it. Let's see if we have a short. Okay, we don't seem to have a short. Let's try again. voltage mode, we use the same cap, which is C6482, to see what we have on our PPBUS line. 12.36. And then on the other, let's see the other channel, because initially one channel would read and the other channel would not. Let's see what we have on the other channel. Same thing, same, still not working. So let's just go ahead and replace that CD3215 with another one. Okay, before we do that, let's use a different DC jack just to be sure. Yeah, same thing. A different DC jack is the same thing. So let's get another CD3215. Okay, we can invest from here. We're using an A1707 board. Okay, it is out. Make sure the orientation is okay. Seem to move in place, okay. Let's see. Let's check to be sure we don't have any short as a result. Okay, don't have any short. Now let's try again. to voltage mode. We utilize the same card C6482. Let's see what we have on our PPBUS. 12.68. That is exactly what we are hoping to get. So with 12.68, one of the main reasons why we're using our PPBUS voltage to determine what we have on our PPTC in. Yes, the PPBUS voltage, when we were getting 12.36, 12.32, that was indicating that we are having 5 volt on our PPDC in. Now that we're having 12.68, that's a voltage that basically indicates that our board is starting, and then that indicates that we have 20 volt on our PPDC in. So that is one port. Let's check the other port. See what we have on the other port. 12 point, yeah, so 12.68, that is a voltage that is built in on the board. So we are utilizing the same as C6482. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to clean the board and then see if we have an Apple logo. But this is very good. So the CB3215 that we use now seem to be working okay. Let's clean the board and put the board in the shell and see if we have Apple logo. We're just going to use one or two screws to hold the board in place while we test. Gabi, is that a new job? Okay, thank you. We're not connecting all the cables. We just want to see that we have a logo. Okay, we have fan spin, which is, we have a chime. I'm not sure if you guys heard that. And there you go. That is an Apple logo. Okay, so we are not gonna wait for it to complete the boot process. As you guys can see, we now have a working device. This is gonna go to the next phase of having to assemble the device, and then it gets tested, and then it can go to the client. But overall, as you guys can see, we now have a working device. So we had a case of a CD3215 being, so initially when we tested the device, we just get a fan spin and PPBUS was very low, and that was because of our CD32, one of our CD3215 was faulty. That we found out after we took out the board, and then we obviously tried the first CD3215, and multiple tries that didn't work. Then we had to install another one, and that worked. And then I made mention that with the compatibility of the CD3215s, you can use from this is a 2018 device. You can use from 2018 or 2017 to 2016. They all share the same CD3215. It doesn't matter which of the line it is, if it's a MacBook Air or MacBook Pro. It doesn't matter if it's a 13 inches or 15 inches. They all use the same USB-C port controller. Thank you guys. I will see you guys in the next one.